Hey Keith, good afternoon everyone. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Muslim Marine coming to you live from my home. Um, it is day one of Ramadan, and I woke up this morning at 3:30. I had breakfast at 4:10 a.m. I offered my first prayer, and then I went back to sleep because it was really early in the morning. And then I've been up and about and doing stuff, but this day one is really tough. I haven't had anything to eat or drink all day. And now it's about 5 o'clock, and I still have about 3.5 more hours before I can eat anything before sunset. So it's day one. This is what it's all about. And well, good for you, my friend. Good for you. This is what it's all about. And so yeah. So I know a lot of people, ask what is it like to go without eating or drinking for that long. And so here's your chance to ask. I can tell you right now, I feel, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, first fast in 4 hours here in Oslo, Norway. Okay, very cool. So yeah, I mean, so it's definitely, the first few days are the toughest because you're obviously not used to it. You're used to eating and drinking basically anytime that you want. And so when you actually start it, the first few days, you may experience, dry mouth. You can't drink water. No. You may experience some dry mouth like I'm experiencing right now. You may experience a little bit of tiredness, sleepiness. Definitely feeling a little sleepy right now. Definitely feel hungry. Well, it goes for the full month. Definitely feel hungry, but it's really not the hunger that gets you, it's the thirst, since you're not able to drink anything. And then, you obviously don't have the same level of energy. And if you try to do something that's like, that exerts you physically in any way, you do tend to want to, it makes the thirst even worse. So I try for the first few days. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Made this watch. No, it's a full month. The month of Ramadan is for the full month. You can't eat during daylight hours. So I ate this morning. Hey, welcome to Periscope, Go Blue. You can't you eat before sunrise, so before the morning prayer, and drink whatever you want before the morning prayer. But then during daylight hours, you're not allowed to eat or drink anything. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for your kind remarks, and may Allah bless you as well. And then you don't eat or drink anything for the whole day, and then at sunset you can again eat and drink whatever you want. But if you've never tried this exercise before, it's really good. I mean, I highly encourage you if your health allows you. Obviously, if you're it's a daily fast, correct? So if your health allows you and you're not sick or nursing or pregnant or something like that. How hot is it here? No, it's not very hot at all. Actually, it's a very nice temperature outside, and it's actually kind of cold on the inside of the house. So it's not very warm here at all. I'm sure that will change in the next couple of weeks because we're heading right into summer. But right now, it's not very hot. You're eating a pork chop sandwich? Good for you. Pork is actually not good for you, but if you like it, I guess you can eat it. Of course, in Islam, pork products are forbidden for consumption. Well, I'm glad you like it, Robert. Hope you don't get the trichina worm. But I guess that's the risk you take when you eat pork. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be going to the mosque again, like last night. We're going to break the fast with all the other members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Yes, Robert is very, very classy. He's got nothing better to do but to troll people who are actually trying to teach and trying and others who are trying to learn. No, it's not very hot at all. It's actually very nice weather. Um, by the way, guys, if you haven't already, I often talk about trueislam.com. There's a lot of misconceptions about Islam out there. So please, when you get a chance, go to trueislam.com and kind of, look through the site. It's a great resource for you to, kind of truly understand what the religion of Islam actually teaches versus what extremists might actually practice. Um, so appreciate the dialogue here. Obviously, there's some people who already taken day 2 here. Where are you exactly? What breaks the fast? So obviously, I mean, at the end, the moderates don't fund the extremists. All right, you guys are just ridiculous now. So in terms of breaking the fast, as soon as sun sets, the azan, or the call to prayer for the Maghrib prayer, is offered, and there, traditionally, what is done is you break the fast with some kind of, like, maybe just water or juice of some sort, and maybe a date or two. Dates are actually really, really good. They're very high calorie, and they tend to take the bite off the hunger. So it kind of holds you over until you finish your Maghrib prayer, which is the early evening prayers. Hi, Susanna. Yeah, well, you can't fix stupid, so some people are going to be stupid, so I just let them be stupid for a little while, and then after a while, if they become a distraction, I block them. But I try not to do that because I'm hopeful that, people who actually tune in to my broadcasts, they're actually interested in learning and educating themselves, and also to teach me as well, right? I mean, I'm definitely open to questions and other ideas different than my own. And things that break the fast in the middle of the day. Okay, so you mean things that, once you started fasting, and then what breaks the fast? So obviously, if you were to, you can break the fast in the middle of the day. Obviously, it's not encouraged at all. It's actually forbidden for you to break the fast. But if you do, it could happen via a variety of different ways. Yes, Ahmadiyya Muslim community is discriminated in Pakistan, severely discriminated against in Pakistan. And if you go to stopthepersecution.org, stopthepersecution.org, you can kind of see some of the atrocities that are committed against the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. But going back to breaking a fast, so things like telling lies, smoking, engaging in sex during the daylight hours. Did you send money to the victims of Manchester? I personally did not. I personally regularly donate to an organization called Humanity First that works to alleviate pain and suffering throughout the world, particularly those poverty-stricken areas. Right now, there's a big effort to build a hospital in Guatemala that will treat patients for free. So I try to do those kind of things. Obviously, with the high profile of something like Manchester attacks, there's a lot of people that would donate to that, and I encourage that as well. I mean, obviously, if you feel compelled to, please do so. But I try to focus my giving towards areas that are that are more poverty stricken. So war-torn areas. Humanity First does also have some kind of relief programs for the Syrians and the Syrian refugees. Obviously, that area is extremely dangerous, so I don't believe that Humanity First sends volunteers into the war zone itself. But wherever there's a safe place outside of the war zone, it does set up, an operation to help. But if you want to know more about Humanity First, go to Humanity First USA and humanityrfirstusa.org. And you can learn more about it. There's a ton of different programs they do. They do something Water for Life, where they dig oil wells in the middle of Africa in areas that are without water. There's the Gift of Sight initiative, which doctors and eye doctors from all over the world travel on their own dime to a particular location where they perform free cataract surgery and other, cure other eye diseases and things like that. There's all sorts of different things that are happening. There's something called the Tahir Heart Institute. It's in Pakistan, in a city called Rabwa. This is a first-class medical facility that treats patients with various heart conditions. And it runs completely on donation. So patients who are not able to afford anything, and they have a heart condition, they can even get heart surgery done there, and it's free of charge if they can't afford it. If they can afford it, then they're asked to pay something. I mean, if it's a wealthy person who needs heart surgery, they can go there and get the heart surgery done. Doctors from America and other places around the world go there. They donate their time, and they stay there for like a month or two at a time, performing these kind of surgeries and treating these patients. So I try to focus more in that area. Lately, I'm very pleased to learn that we're going to be building a brand new mosque here in Zion, Illinois. It's going to be a huge project. I'm so thrilled. It's literally going to be like 7 miles from my house. So I am absolutely thrilled about that. I'll find out the details. I'll find out more details tomorrow as to what kind of project that's going to be. But earlier last year, actually, we purchased a 10-acre lot right on a main road in Zion, Illinois. And it was wonderful because we got some pushback from the city officials that perhaps were a little bit reluctant to grant us permission to build a mosque. And it was so wonderful to see was that it was the residents of Zion who attended that city meeting, and there was a number of them who spoke up in our favor. These are Christians speaking up in our favor, talking about how it would be that we should be given permission to build a mosque. So while initially the city rejected our request for zoning and did not support building of a mosque, after the city received I don't know how many letters and statements from the residents of Zion, who are not Muslim, by the way. They're not Muslim, but they've benefited from some of the programs and some of the things that we've done, charitable events and whatnot, and just in general. I mean, we've been here since 1989, and we're very well known in the community. We have food drives, we have all sorts of different initiatives to help the community. It was these residents that spoke up and pushed for the city to approve the Zion Mosque project. So we're thrilled. We're absolutely thrilled that we're going to have a new mosque being built here very shortly, probably within the next 2 years or so. So lots of good things happening. And again, I just found this out on Friday, so on the eve of the month of Ramadan. So this month is truly a blessed month. Just very grateful and very, very blessed to be here. Had a chance to actually go out to Miami last week, and there I spoke with a pastor. We actually had we co-sponsored an event with a Christian organization out in Fort Myers. Today's Sunday, day 2 fasting in Malaysia. Very nice, alhamdulillah. So we co-sponsored an event by a Christian organization. It was a Lutheran church